I'm here at one of my favorite places in the world, Italy in New York City. I'm so excited. I found some really delicious pasta that I want to show you how I'm going to serve this with some pancetta, some parmigiano, and I'm going to show you how I do it right in your own kitchen. Okay, so we're back in my kitchen. Obviously, we're no longer in Italy. But anyway, as promised, I'm going to show you how to make this fantastic recipe. Couldn't be easier, very few ingredients, but I'm telling you, it's going to be insanely good. Yeah, don't believe me? You shall see. Let's go over the ingredients to get started. You're going to need some pasta, obviously, some pancetta, some chopped tomatoes, some heavy cream, some Parmigiano Reggiano, some fresh garlic, chopped up fresh parsley, salt and pepper. No olive oil. And I know that you're probably thinking, what is wrong with her? But I'm not using olive oil because pancetta releases so much of its own fat, and that's what I want to cook the sauce in, to just give it a nice little salty bite because it's got a lot of flavor. So we don't need olive oil. It's one ingredient you don't have to worry about. Now, I'm choosing to use this pasta with it because it's a flat shaped tube pasta, and it just brings me back to memories because as a kid, my mother always used to use a shaped pasta like this whenever she made pasta con la panna, which just means pasta with cream. So anytime I like to make a cream sauce, I always think about that. But of course, you can use any pasta you have on hand. You can use penne, you can use spaghetti, you can use, you name it. So, the pancetta, I put it in the freezer for about a half hour so it makes it a lot easier to chop, but you can also use bacon. Pancetta is basically an Italian version of bacon. It's not smoked. That's basically the only difference. But putting it in the freezer for half an hour definitely does the trick of, making it a lot easier to cut because there's a lot of fat running through it, so it can be a little bit slippery. Now for the tomatoes, I'm so excited I came across pommy tomatoes. They're imported from Italy. They are so, so sweet. I absolutely love them. Now these, it's really hard for me to find in my local supermarket, but you can find them in larger markets or Italian markets. If you can't find it, I will post a link down below for you. They have store locators on their website. They have a few different varieties. Like they have, this is the chopped tomatoes. I know they have puree, but it's up to you to look at that. I like to use this when I make a cream sauce, in all honesty, because the chopped tomatoes that they provide don't have a lot of liquid in them. Like there's not a lot of juice, which is not going to water down the sauce. So that's why I am choosing to use it for this recipe. It works beautifully. Okay, first thing you want to do is get in a big pan, fill it with water, generous sprinkling of salt, and let that come up to a boil. And now we're going to go to the stove to start cooking. I have a large skillet here preheating over medium-high heat, and you want this to be really, really hot. We'll put the pancetta in, and now I'm just going to let this cook, and obviously as it warms up, it will break apart. But I'm going to let this cook for about 5 minutes, and I'll show you what that looks like. To my pancetta, I'm going to add in the chopped up garlic. It smells so delicious. I'm going to let this cook for about 30 seconds. And now we're going to add in our tomatoes. Give that a stir. I'm going to put the heat down to medium. I'm going to let this cook for about 10 minutes. After 15 minutes, this is what it's going to look like. Nice and thick. And now we're going to loosen it up by adding a little bit of cream. This is going to make it so luxurious. Give it a nice stir. The pasta's cooking. It's got about 3 minutes left. This needs to cook up for a couple more minutes, and then I'll meet you back at the counter to put it all together. Look how gorgeous that looks, huh? It's perfect. I'm just going to give this a little taste so I can kind of gauge how much seasoning it needs, because the pancetta is really so salty that if I were to just eyeball it, I might go a little overboard. That's why you always want to taste it. Anytime you're cooking bacon or pancetta, you always want to go for the taste test first before you season, because it's just so salty. So now to this, we are going to grate in some freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano. Please, please spare the extra few bucks and get the really good stuff. It makes a world of a difference, and you don't need very much. When you're using good quality ingredients, a little goes a long way. So, some fresh chopped parsley. Give this a toss just like that. Smells insanely good. Put in your drained pasta. And now, very carefully, I'm just going to mix this whole thing together. Look at that. That is just, what a sight. Ah. Now, I will, before I serve this, sprinkle some more Parmigiano over the top, but for now, can't resist this any longer. Wait a minute. I gotta go for the pancetta. Hold on. And the pasta. It's gonna be hot. That's why I'm taking a minute here. Mmm. It is so good. It is so sweet from the tomatoes, so salty from the pancetta, great texture from the pasta. The perfect example of a great balance of flavors and texture. This is restaurant quality, I guarantee it. Please try this recipe, but first go to www.laureenkitchen.com to get the recipe, then get in your kitchen and give it a try because I guarantee it, you will love it. And that's about it really. I'm going back in for more and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.